Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Thanks very much to Justin Smart, a viewer who sent us, well, quite a number of puzzles actually. We asked him to cut them down to something he particularly recommended, and this is one of a group of 3 in a Hall of Mirrors set that he likes. So going to have a look at this. It's a variant Sudoku, so the normal Sudoku rules apply, and also the grey shapes. You have to imagine the yellow cell, as Justin says, as a mirror. So the grey shapes are mirrored, and not only that, so the numbers along them have to be exactly the same, both going that way and coming down here. Now, not only that, but the grey shapes that appear in the mirror with the yellow square form a set of 1 to 9 as well. So let's have a go at this and see how that works. Obviously, this 2 appears in the grey shape, so we can immediately put in a 2 there. So that seems to be just obeying the symmetry rules applying to the mirror. 7's are already done for us. Now, what else can we deduce? Here in this box, the grey cells can't be 2, 1, 4, 9, 7. They could still be the others though. 5, 4, 3, 6, 2, 8. Can this be a 4? Yes, it could. Okay, 2's and 1's, now they're quite interesting as they feed into this top box. So you can see that 2 and 1 are ruled out of those 3 cells, and also on the vertical rule out of those 3. So the only spaces left for them to go in the top left box are there. And now look, the yellow cell forms part of a 1 to 9 set with the grey cells, so it can't be 2. So there we go. The mirror cell itself is a 1. 9, 1, 7, 4, 2. They could still be 3, 5, 8, and 6. Now, they must include 3 and 6 in this group. The reason for that is because the remaining cells can't have a 3 and a 6 in because of this box. So the 3 and 6 that must be in the 1 to 9 set in the mirror must be there. Now 6 here, 6 in one of those, this must be 6. By the same mirror philosophy, those must be 3 or 6. 3 must be in one of those. 4 in the top area is in one of those. 2, 3, 6, 7. One of these must be a 9. No, 9 could, yes. 9 can't be in these cells because it's ruled out of those cells. So there must be a 9 there, and therefore 1 there. For what it's worth, there must be a 9 in one of those 3, and therefore one of these 3, but that's not so helpful at the moment. It might be helpful, in fact. Well, let's just carry on with a bit of Snyder notation. We've got to have a 1 in one of those, and a 7 in one of those. 2 is fixed down there, and therefore 2 in one of those. 2, in fact, is fixed up here as well, and therefore somewhere in that cell, 7, 2, 4, 6, 5, 1, 3 has been resolved here. We've got that 3 and that 3 pointing at this box. That gives us a 3 here. That puts a 3 in one of these 2. And that's because there's 3 in column 8 or 9 there, 3 in column 8 or 9 there. The only place in column 7 must be one of those 2. Can't be here because there's a 3 in the grey cells up here. 4, 6, 2, 1 must be somewhere up here. This one is now actually, in fact, always has been a naked single. That's a 5. This is either 5 or 8. It would be extremely helpful to know which one it was, but I don't think that's clear yet. 4, 4 must be in one of those two. Therefore, either there or there. And that is very useful, yeah. Because 4 must now be in column 9 up there, I've established that there must be a 4 in one of those two cells in this box. Now, if we could answer the question of whether a 4 has to be in a grey cell in this box, that would be very helpful, and we can. And that's because there has to be a 4 in the grey cells, and it can't be in those 3. That means it can't be in those 3 for this set of mirrors, so it has to be in the box, and it has to go there. So we can also put its mirroring 4 in there, and we can complete the 4s apart from a couple of pairs up here. Right, so getting a bit closer now. By the same token, 472, 319, 127364. Yes, there must be a 9 in one of these two cells. And this is going to get very neat, yeah. There must be a 9 in one of those two cells for the same reason, because there can't be a 9 in the greys over here. So, a 9 in one of those two grey cells in column 8 or 9, and 9 must be in column 8 or 9 up here. So the only 9 in column 7 now is here. That resolves which of these two is a 9. It's this one, and we can put its mirror counterpart in. That's very neat, really, isn't it? And these become 3 and 6 in some order. This is not a 9 now. This is a 9. One of those is 8, but we don't know which. 6 now. We've got 6 here and 6 here. So 6 has been resolved there. One of these is a 7. We still don't know if this is 5 or 8. And whichever of 5 or 8 this is, I think it's the same as this one, by virtue of the grey cells making a set from 1 to 9. So 9 over here is there. We can finish off this box. 7 and 8 are a pair there. This one's 5 or 9, but not clear still to me which one. Now at the top row, 8 appearing here has ruled out 8 from that cell, so it's a 7 up there. One of those is a 7, and that is very interesting. Now we know where 5 is in this box. It has to be in one of the grey cells, so we can place it in the mirroring grey cell. Now we can solve which of these 5 or 8 is that cell. We've got most of the mirrors done now. In fact, we can finish off row 3. That allows us to do almost all of row 2. We can finish column 2. The 7, 8 has been disambiguated by the 8 in the mirror. We've got a 1, 7 pair there, a 3, 5 pair there. This is 2 and 1. These are 5 and 7. That's not a 3, therefore that's not a 3. That's not a 6, therefore that's not a 6. What else can we do now? 9, we haven't got obviously much in the central region. 9 must be in one of those, 8 must be in one of those. We've got 4 in. 2 could be in any of those 3, I think. 4, 9, 3, 6. Yeah, interesting. I would have 1, 8 pair there has been sorted out by the 8 in the mirror. That's good. And the 7, 9 pair by the 9 in the mirror. That resolves the 5, 7 pair there as well. Only place now for a 9 is here. That can't be 8, so 8 is fixed as well. 7 must be in one of those two. Which is 8, 9, 2. Down here, because 1 and 7 are in different columns, 1 and 7 must be in different columns there. So the 5 must be in a different column from the 2. 4, 1, 8, 9. I'm sure it's fairly straightforward from this point on, and I'm just not quite seeing what I should be doing. 6, 6, 4, 9, 8, 2. No, can't quite rule things out as I'd expected. 5 can't be in the central one. And that is interesting. That now gives us a 3-6 pair in this row, row 5. So that means there has to be a 2, not here because of there. So in row 5, the 2 has to be there. So that disambiguates the 2. That fixes the 2-1 pair. That's quite a neat finish, and I'm sure that is going to be the finish now. 6, no, it could be there. 4, 7, 8, 2, 5, 9. One of those is a 1, clearly. 7, 1. Where does 3 go? They could all be 3. 5 and 6, no, they're still quite possible. Okay, haven't quite finished off yet. Maybe there's some, if this was 5, this would be 3. And yes, that does it, in fact. If this was 5, this cell would be 3. What would this cell be? It would have to be a 5 for the column, but the 5 there would put a 5 here in the mirror. So that is impossible. So this one must be 6. These must be in the order 6, 3, 5. Oh, that is quite a nice finish, actually, to the whole puzzle. I didn't expect it to need that kind of resolution at the end. So those ones can't be 3 anymore. They must include a 6. Yeah, there we go. That's quite a nice puzzle. I mean, it's a fairly simple variant in a way, but it works really well, I think. Have I done something wrong here? I've got 2 2s up in this box. Which one did I misprint? That one should have been a 3. I hope I haven't made any conclusions based on that, or you've seen a very flawed video, but hopefully that's not the case. Sorry for the mistyping. And we finish off there. And I think that gets the puzzle done. Just a quick check as far as the software can check. Nice puzzle. Thanks, Justin, for that one. Interesting little variant. A Hall of Mirrors Sudoku. And we may come back to some other of Justin's suggestions soon. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope that was interesting to you here on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.